So today what you're going to see here is the first exercise, that's unit exercise 1. Okay, under your first lesson, unit exercise 1, that is what you're going to see here today. So here we have seen all the 6 exercise earlier. So based on this you have the unit exercise 1. Okay, it's just a sum up of whatever we have seen. Now the first question, if the ordered pairs x squared minus 3x comma y squared plus 4y and minus 2 comma 5 are said to be equal, then find x and y. That is what is given here. If the ordered pairs are said to be equal, so what is that I will do here? I'll just equate the ordered pairs x squared minus 3x comma y squared plus 4y equal to minus 2 comma 5. This is what you have done here. Okay, so we have just equated the ordered pair. So when I equate the ordered pair, I can equate the elements also in this case. When I equate the elements, x squared minus 3x is equal to minus 2. So that is what I have done here. X squared minus 3x is equal to minus 2. Bringing this minus 2 to the other side, you will have it as x squared minus 3x plus 2 is equal to 0 you get. So x squared minus 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. How would you factorize it here? Minus 2 minus 1, because when you add or subtract you must get minus 3, multiplying it you must get it as 2x squared. So I will have it as minus 2 and minus 1. That's why we have written it as x minus 1 into x minus 2 is equal to 0. So you get x is equal to 1 comma 2. This is the value of x equal to 1 comma 2. Next is what? Equate these both. Y square plus 4y equal to 5. That's the next one. So y square plus 4y equal to 5. So taking it to the other side, y square plus 4y minus 5 equal to 0. Now y square plus 4y minus 5 is equal to 0. Again I'll have to factorize it in such a way that when you add or subtract you must get 4. When you multiply you must get minus 5y squared. So what will I get here? 5y minus y. So 5 minus 1 is what actually here it's 4. 5 into minus 1 is what it's equal to minus 5. So what have you got? It's y plus 5 into y minus 1 equal to 0. So what's the value of y? Y equal to minus 5 and y is equal to 1. So you found out the values of x and y if these two ordered pairs are said to be equal. Which are the ordered pairs? X squared minus 3x comma y squared plus 4y equal to minus 2 comma 5. Got it? Yes. Now here the next question. What's the next question you have here? The Cartesian product A cross A has 9 elements, among which minus 1 comma 0 and 0 comma 1 are found. Find the set A and the remaining elements of A cross A. This is what is given here. Okay, so the elements in A cross A, order the ordered pairs you get minus 1 comma 0 and 0 comma 1. So for sure if you see the elements in A must be what actually are minus 1, 0 and 1. Okay, so there's no change in it. Other than these 3 elements there will be no other elements in set A. Okay, so I have written it as A equal to minus 1 comma 0 comma 1. Again here A is equal to minus 1 comma 0 comma 1. A cross A, the Cartesian product of A and A. So what's the Cartesian product of A and A? Minus 1 comma minus 1. Okay, minus 1 comma 0, minus 1 comma 1. Next is what? 0 comma minus 1, 0 comma 0 and 0 comma 1. What's the next one you get here? 1 comma minus 1, 1 comma 0 and 1 comma 1. So I have written all the elements. Okay, so all the 9 elements we have written here. So of which minus 1 comma 0 and 1 comma 0 comma 1 also belong to this one here. You understood how we are writing the Cartesian product of A and A. So here given that what? Okay, the elements are not given, but instead the elements of A cross A are given here. Okay, now the next question. The next question is only a known one, a direct one only to you here. F of x is equal to root of x minus 1, where x is said to be greater than or equal to 1 and it is equal to 4 if x is less than 1. You will have to find out f of 0, f of 3, f of a plus 1 in terms of a, given your a is greater than or equal to 0. This condition is very important. So here we'll go over to the solution for this here. So what's the solution you have here? Your f of x is equal to root of x minus 1 when x is greater than or equal to 1 and it is equal to 4 if x is said to be less than 1. That is what is given. First they have asked us to find out f of 0. So where will your f of 0? You have 1 1 is what? Greater than or equal to 1 means what will I get? Root of x minus 1. If it is less than 1, what is it actually? It is your 4. So here what will I get? F of 0. So where does your 0 lie? It lies before 1 here. So before 1 means what is your f of x? F of 0 equal to? F of 0 is nothing but equal to 4. So what will I write here? F of 0 is equal to 4. Got it? Next is what? F of 3. So where does your f of 3 lies? It lies after 1, that is x greater than or equal to 1. So in that case, what is your function equal to? Root of x minus 1. So how do I write? F of 3 is equal to root of 3 minus 1, which is equal to root 2. Got it? Next is what? F of a plus 1. It is given that a is said to be greater than or equal to, what is it here? A is said to be greater than or equal to 0. So if a is said to be greater than or equal to 0, naturally a must be positive. So in that case, it can lie only in this part actually here. Okay, a is said to be greater than or equal to 0. So naturally it will be from 1 only you will have here. So how do I write? F of a plus 1 is equal to square root of a plus 1 minus 1. Your 1 and minus 1 gets cancelled. It is equal to root a. You understood? Okay. Now, the fourth question. So the fourth question, as I told you again here. So what is it? Let A. The elements are given. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17 are given here. And F from A to N. So F is said to be a mapping from this set A to the set of all natural numbers. It is said to be defined by f of n is equal to the highest prime factor of n belonging to A. Write f as a set of ordered pairs and find the range of f. So they have asked us to write it as a set of all ordered pairs where the first element must be from A, the second element must be a natural number, and this natural number, it must be a prime factor of this number A here. You understood? So we'll have to write. We'll see how we can write. F of n is said to be the highest prime factor. It's given here. F equal to, what have you got? First, we'll start with 9. So what is a prime factor you can have? There are so many factors for 9. But what is the only prime factor you have? 3. The highest prime factor is only 3, comma. 10. What is the highest prime factor you have? Yeah, it's only 5. Next is what? 11. 11, if you see, it itself is a prime number. So what is it actually? The only thing it can be divisible is only 11. Now come to 12. So in 12, there are two prime factors. One is what? 2 and the other one is 3. So which is the highest prime factor you get? It's nothing but 3. So you will write it as 12, comma 3. Now come to 13. 13 itself is a prime number. So it's not divisible only by 1 and itself. So I can only write it as 13, comma 13. Next is what? 14. 14, if you see, it's a prime factor. What are the factors? You have 7, 2, etc. you have here. So in this case, what is the highest prime factor you get? 14, comma 7. Next is what? 15. 15, again there are two prime factors, 3 and 5. But what is the highest factor you get here? Only 5. So 15, comma 5. 16, only prime factor is only 2, 16, comma 2. And 17 itself is a prime number. So you write it as 17, comma 17. You understood how we have written here? See here, A, comma f of n. That's how you have written here. Your f of n is nothing but, what did I tell you here? It's the prime factor. Okay, now we'll write the range. Range is what? This one I have to write here. 3, 5, 11. Already I have written 3. 13, 7, 5 already I have written. 2 and then 17. I've just arranged it in order and written it as 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13 and 17. You understood, children, here? So read the question and then accordingly just write it as an ordered pair. That's all. Got it? Yes. Now the fifth one. What's the fifth one here? Find the domain of the function f of x is equal to square root of 1 plus square root of 1 minus square root of 1 minus x squared. So what will be the domain of this? Okay. Now the domain will be nothing but, okay, suppose if I take any elements here, if I take it as 2, then in that case what is your f of 2? Will it ever exist? You will have it as 1 plus 1, 1 minus 4. You will get it as root of minus 3. That's on an imaginary one, so that cannot exist here. So here, I must take the elements in the domain such that your f of x exists. So when I take minus 1, what will I get? 1 minus of minus 1, the whole square will give you 1 minus 1, it is 0. So it exists, you will get a number. Similarly, when I take 0, that also will exist. So when I take 1, that also will exist. So when I take the other numbers, the function will not exist, and therefore your domain is nothing but equal to minus 1, 0, 1. Is it clear? If you want, you can just take f of 2 or f of 3. This will not exist at all, and that's why we have taken the domain to be equal to minus 1, 0, 1. Okay. Now the sixth question here. So what's the sixth question? The sixth question, the last topic what we did was what? Composition of functions. Okay, the same thing you have it here also. If f of x is equal to x squared, g of x is equal to 3x, and h of x is equal to x minus 2, prove that f composition g composition h is equal to f composition g composition h. That's what you have here. So we'll write what is f of x equal to. What is f of x equal to? X squared, g of x is equal to 3 of x, h of x is equal to x minus 2. So we'll find out f composition g composition f. So first, as I mentioned earlier, you'll have to find out what is f composition g of x here. What is f of g of x equal to? F of 3x. What is your f of x equal to here? F of x is equal to x squared. So your x will be replaced by 3x, and here this also will be replaced by 3x. So when I write it, what will I get? 3x the whole squared, which is equal to 9x squared. Now, what is f composition g? Composition h of x. You know what is your h of x? What is it equal to? X minus 2. Substitute it here. So, I will write it as x minus 2. So, this function of this one. What is this function here? It is 9x squared of this. So, how do I write here? 9 of x minus 2 the whole squared. Okay. So, expand it. 9 into x squared minus 4x plus 4 using a minus b the whole squared formula. After it multiplied, you will have it as 9x squared minus 36x plus 36. So, your LHS is over. Now, your RHS. F composition, G composition, H you get here. So, what is it equal to? First finish this. G composition H of x, which is equal to G of H of x, which is equal to G of x minus 2 you get here. Now, this is equal to g of x minus 2. You know what is your g of x minus 2, children, here? What is your g of x equal to here? It is equal to 3x. So, your x is replaced by x minus 2, and this is also replaced by x minus 2. So, it is 3 into x minus 2. So, it is 3x minus 6. Got it? Now, f composition, g composition f. What is it? F of 3x minus 6 you get. So, you know what is your f of x equal to? What is f of x equal to? X squared. So, here this is replaced by 3x minus 6. This is also replaced by 3x minus 6. So, you can write it as 3x minus 6 the whole square. A minus b the whole square formula will give you what? 9x squared minus 36x plus 36. Are they equal? Both are said to be equal. Therefore, your LHS is equal to RHS. Got it? Yes. Now here, what's the second one you get here? The seventh question. Seventh question, it's with respect to your Cartesian product. Let A be equal to 1, 2 and B be equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and C be equal to 5, 6 and D equal to 5, 6, 7, 8. Verify that A cross C is said to be a subset of B cross D. I think you would have studied subset in your 9th standard. So, you know what is a subset actually here. So, the elements of this A cross C, it must be there in B cross D also. So, first we will find out what is A cross C. What is A cross C here? You know to find out the Cartesian product here. It's 1, 5, 1, 6, 2, 5 and 2, 6. This is your A cross C. Next is what? Find out what is B cross D. So, what is B cross D here? This. So, you'll have it as 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7 and 1, 8. Next is what? 2, 5, 2, 6, 2, 7 and 2, 8. What's the next one? 3, 5, 3, 6, 3, 7, 3, 8. What's the next one? 4, 5, 4, 6, 4, 7 and 4, 8. Now, we'll see whether it is said to be a subset. So, what are the elements in A cross C? 1, 5. You have 1, 5 here. 1, 6. You have it here also. Next is what actually here? 2, 5. Where do you have 2, 5? You have it here. 2, 6. You have 2, 6 here. So, it is said to be a subset of B cross cross D. So I can say A cross C is said to be a subset of B cross D. Understood, children? Now, what's the next one here? The 8th question. Again, it is with respect to your composition of functions only. So, what is your function given? If f of x is equal to x minus 1 by x plus 1, show that f composition f of x is equal to minus 1 by x. So, it's composition of a function with itself. Okay, so f of x is equal to x minus 1 by x plus 1 comma x not equal to 1, it's given here. So, f composition f of x. So, here we write here f of x, which is equal to f of x minus 1 by x plus 1. So, you know what is your f of x equal to here? X minus 1 divided by x plus 1. So, your x must be replaced by this value here. So, same way here also. When I replace it, what will I get? X minus 1 by x plus 1 minus 1 divided by x minus 1 by x plus 1 plus 1. Now, cross multiply here. X minus 1 minus x minus 1 divided by x plus 1 you will get here. Again cross multiply x minus 1 plus x plus 1. So here if you see, it gets cancelled here. Minus 1 and this plus 1 also gets cancelled. X and minus x also gets cancelled. So you are left with minus 2 by 2x. So what is minus 2 by 2x? It is equal to minus 1 by x. This is what you have here. Correct? Yes. Now the next question. What's the next question you have here? The function f and g are defined by f of x is equal to 6x plus 8 and g of x is equal to x minus 2 by 3. It is given here. Calculate the value of g of 1 by 2 and write an expression for g f of x in its simplest form. Correct? Yes, it's again composition of functions only. What is this g? G is nothing but composition of g with itself. That's all. So here first of all I have written f of x is equal to and g of x is equal to, you have here g composition g of x. What is it? G of x, which is equal to g of x minus 2 by 3. You know what is your g of x equal to here? Again it is equal to x minus 2 by 3 here. So it has to be replaced like this. So it is x minus 2 by 3 minus 2 by 3 cross multiplying here. X minus 2 minus 6 by 3 divided by 3 you will get. So what will I get? X minus 2 minus 6 is what? Minus 8 divided by 3 into 3. That's nothing but 9. So we'll find out what is g composition g of 1 by 2. It means that your x takes the value 1 by 2. Substituting it, what will I have? 1 by 2 minus 8 by 9. Taking LCM, you will have it as 1 minus 16 by 2 by 9. So you will have it as minus 15 by 18. When you cancel this, what will I get here? It's minus 5 by 6. So the answer is equal to minus 5 by 6. You understood here? Okay, so we are after finding the composition of functions, what is that we have written there? We have written what is it actually here? The value of x is equal to 1 by 2 and we have found out what is g composition g of f. Now g composition f of x. What is g composition f of x? It's g of 6x plus 8. So you know what is g of x equal to? It is x minus 2 divided by 3 here. Substituting it, what will I get? 6x plus 8 minus 2 divided by 3. So it is 6x plus 6 divided by 3 you will get here. Now if you see here, 6 into x plus 1 divided by 3 you can write. So this gets cancelled. So you'll have it as 2 into x plus 1, that's nothing but equal to 2x plus 2. Correct? Last question. Write the domain of the following real functions. So f of x is equal to 2x plus 1 divided by x minus 1. Already when I explained the domain, I told you, you'll have to find out the x values where your f of x alone exists. That's all. Okay. So here if you see, it will exist for all values except for x is equal to 9. Because when you put x is equal to 9, what will happen? You will get f of x is equal to 2 into 9 plus 1 divided by 9 minus 9. So it is nothing but 0. Anything divided by 0 will be equal to infinity. So the function does not exist at that point. So what will I write here? Domain is equal to r minus 9. That is except at 9. It exists at all other values. Therefore we write it as equal to r minus 9. Next is what? P of x is equal to minus 5 by 4x square plus 1. Here if you see, you don't have a problem at all. Whether it is positive values or whether it is negative values, or you take any values, the function it exists. Therefore, the domain is nothing but the set of all real numbers I have written here. Got it? Yes. Now, g of x is equal to root of x minus 2. So, in this case, the domain, if you see here, your x minus 2 must be greater than 0. Why do I say that x minus 2 will be greater than 0? Because square root of only positive numbers I can have here. So, for positive numbers, either it must be x greater than 2, either it must be 3 minus 2 or 4 minus 2. If I write it as 1 minus 2, you will have it as root of 1 minus 2 is minus 1. That's not accepted here. So here in this case, what will I have? It is x greater than 2. So greater than or equal to 2 is also can be taken here. 2 minus 2 is nothing but 0. No, not a problem. So we write it as closed interval 2 up to infinity. So what is the domain you get here? The domain is equal to 2 comma infinity. Now what is your h of x equal to? H of x is equal to x plus 6. What is your h of x is equal to x plus 6? This is possible for all values of r, because any value you take, the function will exist in this case, and therefore we say that the domain is nothing but r.